friends, if you're not careful, the propaganda of the world can keep you far from the promises of God. Hello there, this is Pastor Pete Pavelic. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of the Daily Devo. I hope you'll also take some time and come over and visit my website, pastorpete.org. You can sign up to receive these daily Devos right into your inbox, and there you'll find a number of other resources for your faith journey as well. Today I want to read to you from Numbers chapter 13, verses 29 through 30, where it says this: The Amalekites are living in the land of the Negev, and the Hethites and the Jebusites and the Amorites live in the hill country, and the Canaanites live by the sea along the Jordan. Then Caleb quieted the people in the presence of Moses and said, "We must go up and take possession of the land, because we can certainly conquer it." The propaganda of the world can keep us far from the promises of God. Here's the scene. God's people, standing on the banks of the Jordan, sent spies into the land, and they have come back with what we know as the bad report. They've reported that these big people live there, that the cities are fortified, that they look like grasshoppers, and all that other stuff. The propaganda of the problems that exist on the other side of the Jordan have distracted the people from the actual promise God has given them. Remember, God has told them, this is your land. Certainly you will conquer it. The same God that has fed them in the desert, the same God that has led them by a pillar of fire and a pillar of cloud, the same God that parted the Red Sea, the same God that's done all of these different miracles for them along the way has said, this is your land. Certainly you can do it. And yet the spies come back filled with propaganda of the world. They're too big. The cities are too strong. We're too small. We're not ready for this. All the other propaganda that begins to stir in the camp, and it pulls them away from the actual promise of God, the very promise of God. My friends, if we are not careful, the same thing can happen to us. We can start listening to all the propaganda that's going on around us in the world, and we can forget about the promises of God in our life. The promises of God from His Word, the promises of God for our generations, the promises of God that we have already experienced and know to be true. The propaganda of the world can distract us and dismantle our courage and our confidence in God if we're not careful. I want to encourage you today, don't let the propaganda of this world pull you away from the promises of God. May God bless you. May you have an incredible day, and may you hold on tight and true to the Word of God today, which is filled with His promises. I hope you have a blessed one. I pray that God does something amazing in your life this very day, and I hope that you'll take some time to share this post with a friend, put it on your social media. Come over and visit me at pastorpete.org. Sign up to get this daily Devo delivered right to your inbox. And until we see each other again tomorrow, may the Lord's favor be upon you. God bless.